MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul, besides being YouTube titans with money to burn, have recently teamed up to release a new product called Lunchly.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid,
which they claim is a healthier alternative to Lunchables. But hold on real, certified doctors are stepping in, warning everyone that this so-called healthy meal is anything but. When doctors start making videos about how dangerous your product is, you know you've got a serious issue. Yet, somehow the trio saw that red flag and thought, hey, let's sell it anyway. One of the leading voices in this discussion is Dr. Mike.
KSI, MrBeast, and Logan Paul have
the internet's favorite health expert, who usually sticks to more conventional health advice. This time, however, he's taking Lunchly to task. He points out that this cheese looks less like something you'd eat and more like something you'd use to patch a hole in the wall. But it's not just the questionable ingredients, doctor. Mike raises a serious concern that Lunchly could actually impact childhood obesity rates enough to catch the attention of health officials, and when a product is bad enough that doctors need to make warning videos about it, you know it's time to back away. Before diving into the nitty-gritty medical details, let's rewind a bit. Logan Paul and KSI already have a product out called Prime, which is facing multiple lawsuits for being a potential health risk, especially for kids. And yet, it's being marketed directly to them. Then there's MrBeast Feastables bar, another healthier option, which actually has more sugar and calories than a standard Hershey's bar. So, is anyone surprised that Lunchly is following the same dubious trend?
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Dr. Mike and other health experts are now dissecting the claims made about Lunchly. The company keeps comparing it to Lunchables with cringeworthy taglines like big gestures vs mid moments. What does that even mean?
But when terms like healthier or better for you get tossed around,
Dr. Mike points out the nutritional shortfalls for starters. Less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat, according to USD guidelines, but Lunchly turkey packs get 23% of their calories from saturated fat. Then there's the added sugar issue. While they claim it's low, over 10% of the calories come from sugars. That's like trying to sell candy as a low-sugar snack, because it's slightly less sweet than a cupcake. Here's the kicker. The USDA says a proper lunch meal for kids should have around 625 calories. Lunchly turkey packs, just 230 calories. Unless kids are suddenly training for the Hunger Games, that's not going to cut it. And if a kid eats enough Lunchly to meet their caloric needs, they'd be consuming over 1,300 mg of sodium, far above the recommended limit. So either they're undereating or overdosing on sodium, neither of which sounds particularly healthy. The whole situation gets even funnier or more tragic when someone brought up concerns about heavy metals in the product. Logan Paul responded by posting a video of an X-ray machine, which, by the way, checks for stray objects in food, not heavy metal contamination. I mean, what are they scanning for? A lost wedding ring in the cheese? Another doctor, Dr. Brian, joined the fray, calling out how Lunchly and Prime are rebranding sodium as electrolytes, which sounds more like a marketing class lesson than nutritional advice. Logan Paul didn't take kindly to this critique and fired back on social media, accusing Dr. Brian of not knowing the difference between sodium and potassium, but Dr. Brian clapped back with a perfect mic drop moment. Crazy how a professional wrestler wants to debate me about his drink, and the internet loved it. In the end, what we've learned is that just because influencers make a product, that doesn't mean it's actually good for you. And when real doctors start making warning videos, it's probably time to leave the influencer snacks on the shelf. So while Lunchly might have fancy packaging, it's really just another ultra-processed food pretending to be something better. Eat responsibly, folks, and maybe skip the influencer lunch kits.